Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. I make videos about my ongoing battle with my specific phobia known as choking phobia. I fear choking on food. It's something I am very serious in trying to get to the underlying root cause of and basically live with on a daily basis and not let it interfere with things I want to do. For example, eating or living my life, or just overall being a regular happy-go-lucky person. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm just actually making food, making what I'm going to be exposing. Well, it's known as an exposure. I mean, for people who don't have choking phobia, it's known as eating. For people that have choking phobia, it's known as exposure. Even if you have a choking phobia and you eat, you can still easily not do an exposure by simply, I guess, it's called using crutches, by simply like praying a lot, for example, if you feel that would help you, or like just doing it because you feel it's right, or you feel like your anxiety is good now, and so if you eat now, you can have your anxiety at a decent level, and then when it comes back, you won't eat. That's not the right thing to do, because you're not actually being mindful of what you're doing. Let me try to explain that to you again. Most times when you have a phobia or a specific phobia, you do exposure therapy, whereas you gradually face the fear, rating your anxiety on a scale of 1 to 100 before you do it. Do as much of the anxiety as you can, and then stop and rate your anxiety afterwards on a scale of 1 to 100. And you'll find that over time, as you gradually accustom yourself to the exposures, your brain will, in a way, kind of, I don't know if the best word is retrained. As much it will just relearn what to fear. In a way, it will relearn that, for example, the fear you have of choking is not necessarily valid. It's not real, right? And it knows that it retrains that through basically exposures, right? I'll give you an example. Like, you start with something soft, like cheese, maybe muffins, favorite chocolate bar, and then you say, okay, how long can I do this? Try baby food if that's too much, but then you work your way up, right? You try maybe a couple chips, potato. You pick different things and you write your anxiety levels down. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I do, and I'm saying you have to be mindful when you do these, because if you're not mindful, if you just eat and then, for example, like just not really stay with the feelings and don't really have a good estimation of what your anxiety level is, or what your level of fear is before you do it, and then after you've completed it, your body won't really stay in the moment and will actually just try to avoid the situation more and more, and actually won't excuse me, and actually won't help, because your body is only realizing that it's adjusting to the anxiety. It's not actually facing the anxiety. The whole purpose of exposure therapy is to face the anxiety, not to live your life kind of like, like when you have anxiety, you don't do the things that you really should be doing. So stand by. This is just a quick intro video. I'm going to come back with the video of me doing an exposure, and we're going to learn a little bit about stuff on the internet that other people have talked about exposures, what are good exposures, what are bad exposures, what different type of exposures, and the different specific phobias people have. So we'll get started in that. Remember, guys, I'll be back in part 2 in a second.